Here's our countdown clock, keeping track of how long this government shutdown is lasting. And as you can see, we will complete 10 days at midnight. The impact of the shutdown has been heavy for air travelers and air traffic controllers. Controllers are facing mounting stress compounded by the pre-existing stress from low staffing levels. In fact, there are more than 3,000 controllers short across the country. The situation has prompted some controllers nationwide to call in sick for two reasons: the fact they're not getting paid to work at the moment and the stress. Dan McCabe is the vice president of the Southern Region of National Air Traffic Controllers Association. He says this shutdown is making a stressful situation and job worse.
It's a stressful job. It is a demanding schedule. The work itself is extremely taxing. We do a pretty good job of teaching controllers early on that you have to leave your outside stressors at the door when you walk in, because there's plenty of stress to be found at work. The problem with that, everybody has their own story, right? This is a human issue. Controllers are humans. They have mortgages. They have a light bill. They have a water bill. They may have children. They may have a sick parent. And as this thing continues on, and as the threat of having a partial paycheck next week and then a zero paycheck a couple weeks after that, it's really difficult to leave those outside stressors at the door. And they begin to creep into the control room. And what we don't want are people that are burdened with stress already at work to be thinking about, well, how am I going to pay my water bill, or how am I going to pay my electrical bill, or maybe I have a child that needs additional services. Those are things that they shouldn't have to think about to be able to be focused and on the ball to do the job. Safety is not an issue. Listen, it doesn't matter how short a facility is. It doesn't matter if a couple people are out for whatever reason. The safety is always there. That is what we do. That it is safety over everything else. But it's just like going to a grocery store, right? If you have 4 checkout lines that are open and still 50 people, you're not going to be able to run as many people through as if you had 6 open. There's no change to that.
I have seen people dying from disease.